the Celebrity Hub to stay up to date on the best of what we have to offer. It's gossip too good to wait for. At approximately 2:40 local time in Saudi Arabia, Oleksandr Usyk raised his hand, capturing the attention of ringside reporters, 20,000 spectators, and millions of viewers worldwide. In the most spectacular of super fights, the Ukrainian superstar defeated British fighter Tyson Fury on points. It was a huge achievement for boxing to have its first heavyweight champion who was unchallenged throughout the four-belt period. No other sports supporters have to bear the agonizingly long wait for a clear winner. When there were only 3 recognized world titles, Lennox Lewis emerged as the last uncontested champion on November 13, 1999, while Jerry Halliwell was topping the UK charts and the public was terrified of the Y2K virus. An undisputed heavyweight champion, like Jack Dempsey, Muhammad Ali, George Foreman, or Mike Tyson, possesses a specific level of global prominence and grandeur that boxing may be the only sport able to offer. Even though Usyk was already a boxing superstar, he went above and beyond in Riyadh. Excellent footwork, the capacity to manage the tempo of a fight, and a powerful punching arsenal have shaped Usyk into a master boxer all around. The 37-year-old's ability to remain composed in the face of pressure and difficulty, both inside and outside of the ring, may be his greatest asset. Usyk ignored Fury's theatrics throughout the most significant week of his boxing career. The Gypsy King is an enigma, an unpredictable showman who has the gift of winning the battle of mind games long before the first bell, but Usyk continued with the obligatory face-off at Thursday's news conference even when Fury refused. He stood firm but didn't kick or scream when a pumped-up Fury shoved him in the chest at the weigh-in a day later. That emotional intelligence and control carried through to fight night. Fury, having showboated in the first half of the contest, was in full rhythm and stunned his fellow champion with an uppercut in the 6th round, but Usyk did not panic. The 2 judges who scored the fight to Usyk gave him rounds 8 to 11, but at the 9th round which will, rightly, dominate the headlines. Having bided his time, downloaded the data and figured Fury out, Usyk saw his opening, then kicked the door in towards victory. The southpaw landed clean left hands as Fury scuttled across the ring before being saved by the bell. Another 30 seconds and it could have been over. The shock in the Morecambe fighter's face was apparent. He looked just as perplexed as those traveling Britons who watched rapper YID performing on a stage which hovered above and landed on the ring just before the main event. Although the change was astounding, it might not have come as a huge surprise. That is Usyk's behavior. Usyk consistently finds a way to prevail, whether it's by wearing out Tony Bellew and halting him in spite of being down on the cards or by finding that extra gear in the final rounds to outperform Anthony Joshua in a rematch. A raucous Fury showed up to the press conference following the fight so fired up you could have mistaken him for the winner. "I was enjoying myself in there. It was really wonderful." Before telling reporters that Usyk was in the hospital with what seemed to be a broken jaw, he remarked, "I thought it was great." However, as he did in the ring, a repaired Usyk appeared a little later than anticipated and addressed the media. No jaw was broken. This was not the Gypsy King's court to hold, it was his. Usyk talked movingly of the sacrifices he had to make to become to the top of the boxing world, sacrifices that had paid off. During his amazing amateur career, he won gold in the Olympics, the World, and Europe. In just 15 professional bouts, he decimated the cruiserweight class. While moving up to heavyweight is usually a challenging transition, Usyk has only needed 6 fights to establish himself as the undisputed champion at 2 weights. Although David Haye and Evander Holyfield won world titles in their respective weight classes, they were unable to capture the undisputed heavyweight crown. In the glamorous division of boxing, Usyk is currently undisputed. Perhaps we are somewhat culpable for giving into recency bias, or perhaps Usyk is the greatest fighter of his generation.